Hello buddy, welcome to another video. Now we're here this morning for sunrise-ish, although we're not going to see a lot because it's quite cloudy, in Borrowdale, up in the Lake District, for one reason, that autumn colours. It's about at the peak around here at the moment, so we're going to head down into the trees, see what sort of things we can find. No idea what we're going to find yet, but we'll head down into the thicker areas of the trees. Hopefully we're going to get some nice colours, nice shapes, a few little characters from the trees, and hopefully it's going to work out all right. It's going to be one of those that we'll have to play it by ear. There's a bank of rain coming in because we're in the middle of two storms at the moment. Basically we've had a storm that's absolutely devastated sort of south coast and that sort of area a couple of days ago. There's another one coming through today, and it is going to push a bank of rain up to us, so we've got to be a little bit careful, which is why we're getting out nice and early, but hopefully we'll sort of get something. The light's flat as anything, so a lot of it's going to be a case of possibly doing some very painterly edits, just bring the colours forward, because we're not going to get any level of light in there at all, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. But yeah, let's go and have a wander, find hopefully something interesting, and yeah, a few images on the way, and I'll have a chat to you in a few minutes. So far we've just come into the area, heading down towards River Derwent, but the colours are fantastic. It'd be nice to get a little bit of light today, but I know it's not going to happen. But we're playing with the shapes, playing with the colours, and hopefully we're going to get something come out of it quite nicely. As far as settings go, I've fixed the ISO at 200, so I'm getting like half a second exposures. At the moment, because of the light, I'm running at f4. Depth of field isn't too much of a problem. I'm focusing on areas rather than big vistas, so not a problem on that. But yeah, also on the hunt for a little bit of fungi just in case anything pops up. But for now we're sticking to the main paths, and I'll probably go branching off when I see something into the woodland itself. But yeah, so far, yeah, I think we've got it just at the right time. So just gone down by the river. This section that I came to over in June, but basically it's almost got like a natural dam that's been formed just down there. So it's like a very still section of water, which works really nicely. So for the odd fish I'm just seeing, you have to be careful of the ducks. They're not too bad at the moment, but the colours and reflections I think are going to work quite well here. What I'm looking for, possibly that tree just there, trying to bring that into, the best way to describe it, a real painterly feel, so it looks like it's a painted scene. The sun's trying to break through a little bit, but yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything at all, so that's the sort of feel I'm going to go for. So I'm going to try and compose something up on that. There's a few other trees around that are really quite pretty. Over in the distance up there, we're going to try and get over there in a bit. There's some absolutely glorious colours. Hopefully we'll be able to get something from when we get over there. Now in June when I came down here, I actually waded across this section of the river. Where the dam was, it was actually quite shallow. You've probably got about a foot of water there now, so that's not going to happen. But if we can get something composed up, I mean, there's a bit of foreground down here that's not great. So I think all of it's going to be down to the composition of getting that water, getting the reflection on it. What I may try, it might work, it might not. I've actually got some new magnetic filters. Drop the polarizer on and see what I can do with it. But yeah, it's all a case of play with it and see what we get. Cause yeah, there's no real chance of some glorious light highlighting the colours, making it all glorious, absolutely fantastic. Not going to happen today. It's just not on the cards. Too cloudy. But yeah, if I can get something out of that. Even if I only get one or two images today, that I'll be proud of. Yeah, so the idea of using polarising filter is not so much for the glare, because I mean, you're not sort of playing with sort of that side of it too much. It's more, you could just bring a little bit more colour out of the trees and the leaves. It's not by much, but it's enough to actually just lift it and bring the scene a bit further in. We just look at that through the viewfinder, it looks almost sort of a bit washed out. Dial in the polarising filter and yeah, you can see a noticeable difference. So it is quite nice. But I'm going to sort of carry on through now, so I can get some more shots actually within the wood, see if anything pops out. And so there were a few compositions that I found back in June further up here. They may or may not work this time of year, but we'll see what we find, and go try and get over on that side in a bit as well, because yeah, frankly the colours that are coming out of that are absolutely beautiful. If we can get something of that before the weather closes in, spot on. The section that we're in now, a lot of old rocks, lots of trees growing out of things. There's actually a mushroom, well, toadstool growing out of a rock down there, just on the moss. But some of the colours are absolutely beautiful. I'm sort of picking out a couple of little bits and bobs. One that I've just been playing with is this tree here. Now it sort of leans over the river, so you've got a nice bit of, there is a rope hanging off it that I may look at cloning out possibly. Or I might try and just adjust position, but that's actually quite nice because it gives you a bit more of a sort of autumnal feel, because it's not backlit against anything, it's just there and you've got the nice sort of scene behind it. But yeah, play a little bit with that I think. But there's quite a few sort of trees sort of gone over, because where we are at the moment, the side that it's actually been, the river's actually been up here, so I think when we've had the storms come through, yeah, the river has gone up quite high around here, so thankfully it's actually down quite away from what it was. But yeah, I'm going to try a few different shots, see what sort of things we can find. There's some lovely moss down here, but it's not really the light to do anything with it, unfortunately. And what I didn't do is bring the little sort of film light with me. But yeah, I think this tree with its nice colours, just looking through to the other trees in the background, I think that's going to work, so I'll try and grab a shot. Right, so I've come up onto the road now. I'm going to head down and possibly sort of get back into the woods a little bit further along. Hopefully get some bit of interest down there. Then we're going to head down to Grange, I think. But just grab a shot of the road itself, sort of snaking through. I think it works reasonably well. It's just whether the sky at the top's going to do anything. I mean, just point you up. Looks fairly flat, but there is a little bit of texture in there, so a bit of post-processing might bring something up. But we'll see what we can find. But yeah, there's some gorgeous trees along here. It's just picking out the compositions really, but it's almost like, yeah, sort of with the colours that we've got now, it's real sort of peak colour. There's that hint of green still going on, but you've got the lovely browns of the leaves, and you can see a bit of shoulder there. Absolutely stunning colours. It really is like a photographer's playground up here when you've got these sort of conditions. Absolutely brilliant. So we're a little bit higher up now. basically looking down on where the river is. But the colours that are up here are quite pretty. Some lovely sort of rocks, and the trees looking quite pretty. Sky's maybe a little bit bright for what I was thinking of doing, but yeah, you've got some great characters like this old oak here. Really sort of craggy and sort of reaching out. Yeah, lovely character. Sounds strange, even with having all the colour on there, that might work well as a black and white. Get nice and moody, sort of trying to lose a bit of that sky that we've got going on. And keep on seeing just little bits of cloud just topping over as well. Similar to just over that way, over sort of King's How. It's got that sort of look, but there's some beautiful scenes looking that way because you've got that little bit of extra height to sort of lose the sky a bit more. But yeah, across here we've got, so I'll try and sort of pan the scene out for you. You've got the sort of the old oak here, you've got some lovely old ferns that are sort of dying back there as well. Fantastic colours behind it. So I might try a couple of shots, like I say, one colour, yeah, maybe one black and white as well. I think that's going to work quite nicely. But yeah, crack on sort of through there, just that way, some lovely colours as well. Might be able to do something with it if we can get sort of a few angles on it, but yeah, that's nice, I do like it. You might think using a polarising filter would be a little bit strange here, we're not really got any light. When you're in these sort of conditions, when there is really sort of no proper light around, it helps to bring the colours out of the leaves. So if you've got in, you don't have to go completely mad, but sort of something that's not super cheap, 20 quid, sort of spend a little bit more, so you're going to get some decent optical glass. Drop one of those on, and you'll actually see quite a difference when you're in the woodland, just like dialing in the colours. With these magnetic filters that I'm trialling, they're massively expensive for the magnetic ones. I think for the full sets of polarizer, blacklight filter, ND8, ND32, ND64, ND1000, and all the adapters and landscape and that, I think it's about 140, 150 quid. So not massively expensive, but yeah, it's not the super budget end. But it does work well. It just brings those colours forward on what would otherwise be sort of quite a flat day. It just helps out a little bit really. But we're going to head back down now towards Grange itself. I've just spotted what might work as sort of one tree in amongst a set of very sort of leafless ones. But yeah, there's been some really nice bits. I mean, just swinging around there. They're gorgeous, but you can't really compose anything. But I might try and get tight in, because I've 12 to 100. I've got a bit of zoom on it. Might try and get tight in, just like pull out some of the patterns from it. But yeah, get down to Grange itself and head up the other side. We'll see what it looks like coming from the other end of the river. There's some of the other things that you do find in Borrowdale is a lot of silver birch, which means I'm in my element. I absolutely love a silver birch. But not just that, there's some lovely oaks, some really old craggy trees. We'll spin you around. Look at that one there, beautiful. Might be able to get something in there. Again, going for the painterly feel. I think it really suits that sort of style of tree. the other thing I want to really sort of ask you guys, what do you think of the format of the videos? Keep thinking of sort of changing things up. I've sort of added a bit, because I was doing just like a bit of a video with some B-roll, with me wandering around, then getting some shots at the end. So I intersperse a few shots, but there's always a gallery at the end of things. Is that okay? Yeah, is that the sort of thing that interests you? Is the stuff that I'm covering, of interest to you? I mean, I'm trying to sort of get out and about. Yes, we spend a lot of time in the Lake District. I just really love the place so much, and it is a photographer's paradise. There's so much variety here. I love doing the fell walking. There's so many of the sort of the areas around here. Like we're in today, Borrowdale, where the trees are absolutely beautiful. So it covers the woodland side as well. There's a bit of wildlife around. As yet, we've not photographed a red squirrel, but we have seen them. So yeah, we've got one ticked off. But yeah, is it the sort of thing that the content I'm producing? Is it good enough? Really, sort of what you want? Let me know down in the comments. Is there anything that you prefer the format to change a little bit over to this or that side of things? Just let me know. But I mean, as it stands at the moment, the format that I'm doing for me editing wise seems to work quite well. I did drop putting all the sort of the EXIF data on the images a while back, because the amount of time that it takes to actually sort of put it in the edit, this isn't my full-time job, it's what I do for a bit of fun. You end up sort of spending like 4 or 5 hours doing an edit for sort of a 10-minute video, and it takes the fun out of it. You don't really want to be doing the videos when you're spending that much time for sort of very little sort of coming back from it. But let me know in the comments, is it something, is there something that you'd rather sort of change on the format, or is this working for you? Just let me know. So now we're over on the other side of the river. Essentially, that was where we were earlier. Looking onto this sort of slightly deeper, sort of more still area. The wind's got up very, very slightly, but nothing too major. So you're just getting a few little ripples forming. But I'm going to try and get that tree again that I got earlier, but from a different angle. But even there, where we were stood, the actual sort of line that it sort of creates as it runs around, that's actually quite nice, with the tree just hanging over there. So there's a lot of shots to be had here. Nothing standing out spectacular from this position, but some nice moody shots will actually work quite nicely. But we'll have a wander down there. Hopefully the ducks won't get in the way too much, because this is like the spot where all the ducks congregate, and we'll see if we can get some reflection colours there. But so swing around there, that's the colour that I want from this side. So I'll be heading up into the woods there for a bit, but that's where I'm going to head now. There we go, some absolutely stunning autumn scenes. I think I got a few reasonable shots out of it, hopefully we'll see in the edit, but I think it's not been too bad. Lovely sort of stream running past just here. Can't really get to us, some lovely scenes in there, but you'd have to be stood sort of 2 foot of water unfortunately to get the real shot out of it. It's a bit of a shame, but that's the way it is. But absolutely glorious. Some lovely mist, well, low cloud essentially rolling down the hillside as well. But it's been a fantastic morning, really enjoyed it. But no stress, no strenuous sort of climb or anything, just wander around, get in the woodland, enjoying it. Exactly what I needed. But to grab a few more shots, heading back now because I'm going to head down towards the cafe and Grange. Main reason being it's breakfast time, so we're going to go and grab a bite to eat, have a coffee. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, please do give us a thumbs up and subscribe, all the YouTubey stuff. If you've been with me for a while, thanks for coming along for the ride. Try to build the channel up. Obviously I need sort of input from you, sort of what you want seeing on there. Try to get it moving. We'll see what happens. But for now, from an absolutely gorgeous Borrowdale in the Lake District, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Take care.
Sit, be slow, argue with the minute that's quick to go. You don't have to know who to love today, just stop. Look around. Still be slow. Let your sight be told where to go. You don't have to know how to love today. Just stop. How much time?